Good morning, good afternoon. Oh, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whenever you're joining me from. Good morning, good morning, good morning for me. Good evening or good afternoon for you. So today I want to do this short presentation on plant-based therapies for burnout and complex stress. And this has been my doctoral work for the last 6 years. And of course, as a clinical herbalist and clinical aromatherapist for almost 40 years now. So I'll talk a little bit about that in a moment. But these are ways that we can begin to, especially geared for HSPs, highly sensitive persons, empaths, and intuitives, which is the cultural lens of which I am studying through my doctoral program. And so healing naturally to feel more calmer, waking up more energetic, and really waking up feeling more excited about life. All right, so if we're meeting for the first time, I'm Kelly Hugert. Kind of sounds a little bit like yogurt. I'm an author. Um, One of my posters on hypnosis for complex PTSD was accepted into the American Society of Clinical Hypnosis. So I'm a peer-reviewed author as well. I'm a board-certified hypnotherapist with IAC, transformational clinical urban aromatherapist, doctoral candidate, and functional medicine coach, breath worker, sound healer. I've been doing all things holistic for about 40 years now. So that's the reason why I have so many certifications because I've been doing this for a little bit. So anyway, so for my case, just want to share just a moment, if that would be okay. So this was my journey, right? So my journey through the challenges of complex PTSD and then led to total burnout stemmed from narcissistic abuse. And so this led me to uncover, especially as an HSP, I could not take medications without severe side effects. And therapy, unfortunately, was not an option for me. It just felt like I was being stuck in the mud in West Virginia after, a bunch of trucks went down the road, and here I am just stuck and just spinning my wheels and not going anywhere. So I was like, you know what, there's got to be a better way. And as somebody who as a clinical herbalist, clinical aromatherapist, and a functional medicine coach, I'm like, let's go to see what functional medicine has. Let's see what herbalism has. Let's go look deeper. So this led me to uncover a natural healing method to not only reclaim my inner peace and rediscover my joy, but also now, after a really dark, 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 dark time in my life, but and really then what I did was, because as a martial artist, I was trained that once you get to your goal, you go back and you help others. So now I teach others who are struggling the same, whether they're HSPs, empaths, or intuitives, or whether they're just kind-hearted souls that are struggling with burnout, complex PTSD or PTSD, or any type of extreme stress. And of course, this is not to brag, but I have about a 98% success rate. And many of my clients have called me a miracle worker. But really, it's just that I'm a highly skilled facilitator, and it's that the mind is a true miracle that we've been given. And if you'd like to find out a little bit more about some of the tools I've used, or maybe join the group program that I have, the link is right there as well. So you can just check that out on your own time if you like. So today I want to talk a little bit about Ylang Ylang. I'm not going to go into the science behind this at this moment just for lack of time. So for the purposes of our discussion today, I'm going to be talking about Ylang Ylang essential oil. And so this is one of the blends that was actually in my Earth Keeper botanical perfume. I used to make botanical perfume. Those of you who know me and know me for years know I used to make botanical perfumes. And this was one of the essential oils that was in that really supported me really well. So I wanted to talk about a little bit here. So ylang ylang can really help ease stress, reduce anxiety, and this is the beautiful part about it that I really like. It also can support really elevating the mood. Now, it's a very floral smell, so if you're not really, if you don't like floral smells, then you go back to some of the other videos that I've shared, and there's some other resources as well. Or, of course, I've got more tools here in the group. I've had people come to me and go, I can't do essential oils at all. And I said, that's fine. There's no stress on that. That's why they call me the tool woman because I have so many different tools. I use breath work. Obviously, my main modality is herbs, aromatherapy, and hypnosis. But I also am a breath worker. So I use breath work. I use hypnosis as well and flower essences. So there's a lot of different tools that we can use. That way, if there's one that has a contraindication for you personally, then you don't have to worry. I've got a lot more tools. So you can check that out and read more, a little bit more about that as well. Now, so how do you use Ylang Ylang essential oil? Well, actually, there's a lot of different ways you can use it. I'm just going to give you a few little tips here to get you started. And again, if you want more information, I teach actually how to make nasal inhalers and sprays in my group program as well. So you can check that out. So one of the things you can do is just put a few drops of the essential oil on a cotton ball. Now you can set this next to your workspace, or you can even, get you one of the little small bottles from like the health food store. For example, Arcacia makes a really good one. I don't recommend essential oil brands per se, but if you're looking for a particular brand, you can send me a private message and I can give you a few suggestions on that. I never recommend anything that comes back with any kind of kickback on my end, just for ethical reasons. But so you can put a couple of drops on this on the cotton ball. You can set it next to your workspace. You can wave it underneath your nose, or you can just take the bottle and open it and just kind of wave it underneath your nose and seal the bottle back up and put it back on the cabinet. A lot, again, of different things you can use, a lot of different ways you can use this. I like to make a nasal inhaler and actually carry it around in my pocket. And I actually have a blend that I do, and actually will do different blends depending on my mood as well. And again, you can learn more about that and the other tools I use in the group program. So have a great week. I hope this is helpful for you. And really, for me, it's so important. This is really what's been really, really important to me because I meet people who've been struggling for 5, 10, 15, and 20 years. And, they're looking online, they're, asking friends and family who may not have any, experience in this area. And a lot of times they just feel stuck or they feel like they're spinning their wheels or they're just wasting time. And I don't want that for anybody. I know when I felt like the modalities that I were using were not getting me any forward motion, I stopped right there. I remember that day because my grandbaby said, Mama, he was very little at this time. I think he was around 2 or 3. He wasn't even 3 yet, I don't think. He said, Mama, why you cry all the time? You need hug? And I said, yes, baby, Mama does need a hug. But what I realized in that moment was this was unfair to him. And I needed to get healing. In that moment, I could not get it for myself. I did not believe in myself in that moment. Years and years and years and years of narcissistic abuse really shrinks you. And I didn't believe in myself in that moment, but I knew it wasn't fair to him. And so I thought, well, if I can't do it for myself, I need to do it for my baby. Now I have more beautiful, wonderful grandbabies, and I'm glad I got that healing because it's helped me to be present for them and be emotionally resilient for them and have good emotional regulation skills, which is important for us to model for children as well. So, in my book, Lost to Living Mind Body Medicine Approach to Reclaiming Your Life After Abuse, I talk about more tools that I used and that are in my dissertation as well. And again, you can click the link there and find out more about that program. It's a very inexpensive program. I also work with people one-on-one as well. So, I have a lot of different tools. I have some freebies on my website. I have a low cost group program for those people who may need that as well. And then, of course, I work one-on-one. So now, if you would like to learn more about my work and, really begin to show up in your life with more energy, with more focus, with more calm, and more importantly, more happiness, and wake up feeling energized and confident, excited about life like I do now, that I did not have that for a lot of years. I want to invite you to a free session. It's totally free. The value is over $400. And I'll even give you some freebies as well. So you can go to the link here below and you can select the Ignite Your Inner Fire session. And it's totally, again, free because it is my goal to really support you in your goal to thrive because I believe it's your birthright. So I don't think you should just, be able to survive and just like drag through life and make it through, but really go from surviving to thriving. And so you can check out that link as well. Both of those links will get you to some extra support if you need. And I hope you guys have a beautiful, wonderful week and be blessed in all that you do. All right. Love you guys. Have a good one.